Hey guys, welcome back to the garden. It is freezing. In fact, we have frost on the ground. As of right now, it's kind of defrosting, but I want to show you guys some of the things that's going on in the garden as of right now. But anyhow, guys, most of the excitement is going on in like this forested area here. And everything starts at ground level, exactly where we can see it. You can see all this green coming up. And I'm not exactly sure what these are. They can be anything from tulips to possibly fritillaria, possibly. And if I really take a look around, I might be able to find some things that are recognizable, like the snowdrops. Or possibly the crocus in this area here. This is clearly a crocus coming up. You can see a few daffodils as well in the background. Although some areas are far more prominent than others, like you can easily spot the snowdrop here. I think this may be a hyacinth coming in. And then obviously we have our hardy cyclamen, which is kind of seeded around. And in some areas, they've already gone to flower, and I'm really going to show you guys what the flowers look like. So they're these double snowdrops. So if you look inside, you can see just how many petals are in there. And I love the green color that's mixed along with the white. But you can't see them unless you look from underneath. But that's the fun part of gardening. You really have to come out and really take a look. And look how lovely this patch kind of not so much mature. They've been here for, I want to say 2 years now, and they're kind of starting to spread around in this area and drift their way back a bit. By the way, if you look from this corner and kind of pan over, you can see some more hardy cyclamen in the back, and this is why I love hardy cyclamen. They stay around for quite some time and flower. In fact, we have two different types. One that flowers in the fall time and one that flowers from, I want to say late fall throughout winter into possibly early spring. By the way, guys, if you have not tried heuchera, give it a shot. It looks so pretty even during the winter time as they kind of stick around. You know, they may not look the most fluffy, but they're still there and they bring vibrant colors. And look at that. You can see a lot more daffodils in this area showing up. This is kind of a mature patch. It's been here for at least 3 years, if not 4. By the by, I got many questions on the whitewash that I did. I want to say maybe a month ago, or if not 2. And it was more so on whether the whitewashing would stay around. By the way, before you go and judge, this wasn't organic whitewashing, so it wasn't latex, it wasn't tar. It's an organic paint, pretty much. But as you can see, the whitewashing has stayed around. The purpose of it is so that you see how it's pretty much frosted here. Whenever the trees de-thaw and freeze again, it's going to help prevent that sun scald from happening during the winter time and make sure our trees look pretty lovely. And I only do it mostly towards the base. I don't really get all of the branches. I mostly want to protect that trunk. Oh my goodness, I just walked up to this lovely hydrangea. This is a panicle hydrangea, and I leave the flowers on during winter time just for this purpose, because the frost over top looks beautiful, including if we had snow. By the by, guys, look how important it is to have evergreens or things that don't really fade off during the winter and fall months, because you at least have something to look at through those winter weary months. I believe I've shown these in a past video, but these are hellebores. If you're interested in winter flowers, you may want to pick yourself up some hellebores. They're really something to look at over the winter and fall months. The best part about some of these plants that don't really fade off, they don't require too much and they don't give you much of a hassle to really upkeep with over the winter months because they're not really growing as vigorous as they would during the summer and spring months. And it's nice to have a break between some of the plants, you know. I know some people are very interested in a winter garden where at least it looks a bit sleek. And you really can get that through the deciduous trees and shrubs, that kind of void where snow can linger around over top and give it that winter interest. And evergreens will also do that as well. So even though they're not sleep, they make a great covering for snow, or a great seat for snow. And speaking of deciduous trees and shrubs, it's about almost time for me to start pruning because pretty soon here, these trees will start breaking bud in possibly 60 days or less. There's a patch of fritillaria, at least I know it's fritillaria in this area. These are the snakehead or checkered variety of fritillaria, and they're coming through. I can see them at least here, here, and here, and then some in the back. Then in this area, I see a bit of a surprise. I see a hyacinth here. I see another coming up here, as well as there. Then in this frosty patch with a bit of Virginia, you can see some tulips coming up here and there, actually pretty much everywhere. Even in the background, if you can see them. I have a few shrubs that do turn yellow over the winter time, but it hasn't really been all that cold, so they have been doing a slow progression. And now that we're starting to get frost, I'm starting to see a bit more change, and we will revisit just to see how yellow some of these shrubs get. This just so happens to be a golden spreader Caucasian fir. Here's one tree I really wanted to show you guys. This is a coral bark Japanese maple tree. And over the winter months, the branches, they get a lot more coral colored. So you really get to see a change on the bark here. It's quite lovely, in fact. By the way, guys, we hit 1,500 subscribers on YouTube. Therefore, it's time for the Japanese maple seed giveaway. By the way, I've been storing these in a very cold area so they can kind of stay, not really dormant, but like get this cold stratification going. And if you remember, these are a mix of orange Japanese maple trees, and I think I added in just a couple red varieties in there, but mostly just orange fall color Japanese maple tree seeds. But they don't stay true to seeds, so you may not want to expect them to be the exact trees that I have. They may be a new variety. So if you're looking to get your hands on some of these Japanese maple seeds, go ahead and put down hashtag Japanese maple seeds down in the comments. We will choose 7 lucky winners because 7 is a lucky number, and we'll divide up all the seeds and send them out to you. Based off of whoever wins, it's going to be a random drawing. But alright guys, I will see you in the next one, which may or may not include a seedling update. Peace!